evening. This is Breaking Ground and I am Swati Joshi. Let me first tell you what is the top focus. In fact, this is the nation's focus. The government is preparing for the final kill. Mock drills will be conducted across 244 districts. What are the implications of this? Is India prepared? We decode the significance of the mock drills here on Special Focus on Breaking Ground. Next, on Deep Dive, we take you to ground zero, from the line of control to the international border, where we show you how the forces are preparing to thwart any Pakistani threats and how the nation is preparing for the mock drills. And later on Janata's Take, we speak to the people. Are you ready for the mock drills? Are you ready to contribute to India's fight to end terror? We get you the voice of the people on Janata's Take. Let's get you all the stories now in detail. So 35 states and union territories, 244 districts spread across these states and union territories, and one nationwide mission. Bharat, we are preparing for a war-like situation, and the entire nation has to be ready for it. From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, Kutch to Kohima, preparations are in full swing for the civil defense security drill. The objective is clear: getting civilians ready for a war-like situation. Because India's present reality with Pakistan demands every single person to be prepared for any and every possibility. Border areas are the most susceptible in an attack, and bunkers are being made to safeguard public and provide cover for our forces. Sirens will be heard across the country as part of the drill, which in fact is the first of its kind since 1971 war between the two countries. Jammu and Kashmir remains on high alert following Pahalgam terror attack. In the anticipation of a hostile attack, mock drills are being conducted in locations like Dal Lake, which sees massive footfall. Delhi and Mumbai are also among the cities that are under alert and preparing for any possible attack or strike. The prominent public places in national capital have become a fortress. Police have been deployed in huge numbers. So what exactly are these drills for? Let's tell you what are the key objectives of these drills. Mission: review status of civil defense installations. Are they working? Do they need any repair? Assess existing equipments and their repair needs. Mission number 3, the aim is to train people to follow air raid sirens. Mission 4, preparing for blackout situations. Mission 5, providing first aid. So this is what the civilians are going to be prepared for. We have Lt General Rakesh Sharma, defense expert, joining us on the broadcast. If you could take us through the significance of this, sir, because whether or not there is a war coming, what we do know is that the government is trying to prepare the civilians for any possibility or eventuality. I would like to repeat that again. Whether or not there's a war coming, we have to be ready for every situation.
Well, you know, these are mock exercises to be precise, and drills are a part of that. So in a mock exercise, there are sub-parts of that which are known as drills. So if I may rightly say, the word should have been the mock exercises. So these mock exercises and the mock drills, it is actually a planned simulation of an emergency scenario in the war-like situation where like the air raids or the missile attacks, etc. Now, this is necessitated in view of the tense atmosphere which is prevailing post the Pahalgam terror attack. And mind you, it is for the public that this is preventive and not provocative. It is not, the aim is not to scare people that the war will happen. So it is actually a preventive kind of a scenario. Like you rightly brought out, the whole aim of this, mock exercises and mock drills is, firstly, is to streamline all these safety procedures in such kind of scenarios and spread a kind of awareness in the civilian population. Because, you see, like you said, after 1971 war, it has never happened.
Absolutely.
We have never activated this. People have forgotten about it. So the civil defense and these measures, first is to spread the awareness, that is the aim, and streamline all those.
So you're saying this is preventive, and that's the message for the civilians, for our people in Bharat, that we have to be ready for every situation. But what does this say about India's preparedness, and what is the message that goes across to the enemy nation, across the LOC?
Well, the message that goes across to the enemy is that we are ready for any eventuality. And I think the cuffed message or the message, indirect message is that we are going to take a very strong action and we are ready for anything. So even if you want to take a retaliatory action, we will be ready. We are much ready before that. So I think the message that we are conveying is, one, is the very strong resolve of the country this time that we are going to teach you a lesson and it is coming. And second is that we are ready. Even if you want to do something, we are ready to take it back.
Now, there's a lot of curiosity amongst people, and there are a lot of questions about these mock exercises, like you pointed out, that one understands when it's happening in the border areas, in regions that are near the LOC or the border areas. But when, similar exercises are taking place in urban centers, in cities like in Mumbai, in Delhi, in Lucknow, what does that mean?
You see, these 244 districts which have been earmarked, primarily, why all this thing is done is these are the border districts. Primarily, these are the border districts. The states like J&K, Punjab,
Yes.
Haryana, Rajasthan, Gujarat. So these are the ones where the greater possibility of the enemy's air attacks, their missiles coming in because of the reach and so many other factors. But some of the other states, like even for that matter, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, where the deeper one odd aircraft or one odd strike may even go there. So those people should not be caught off guard. So that is the aim, that in some of these states, I have heard today that even Madhya Pradesh and UP is going to do some of these things. So that answers your question, why this kind of a thing and why the focus is largely on the border states.
Absolutely. Now, does this also hint that something big, something massive is going to take place and the government wants the civilians ready for it? Or does this, tell you that there could be a situation like this in the future?
Well, like I told you, the aim is not to scare the people. The aim is not to confirm that there is going to be a war. When I say war, means full-fledged war. It well could be anything short of a war-like scenario, wherein there could be a limited kind of firstly, the strikes like what happened in Balakot, not one, just let's say 2-3 of them taking out Hafiz Saeed, and also so many other places may be hit. Well, there could be also in the LOC area, in the POK, maybe limited kind of incursion.
Right.
So we are not saying war. So it is something.
So are you then saying that in case there's something big or massive that happens, then we also have to be prepared perhaps for some sort of a retaliation? Because we do know that kinetic actions have been discussed in the high-level meetings that are taking place.
Yeah, you're right, Swati. You see, what happens is when you take action, the other country will always want to retaliate. You saw in Balakot also, when we went to Balakot, they came back with the F-16s. They did whatever little they do because they have to do their face saving. I would say Pakistan is almost finished. Without even starting the war has ended. But you see, it is the country's pride. They have to keep, shouting at the top of their voice. They have to keep their public together. Otherwise, there will be civil war. As it is, what people are saying, the mullahs are also now they have started dissociating from the Pak army. They're saying in case of a war, we will support India. We in POJK, you see how the voice is coming that we are against Pakistan. You have seen how Baluchistan is saying that we will declare independence. So all these things, Pakhtunkhwa, Sindh province, so all these factors put together, I would say that there will always be a retaliation because of faith saving by a particular country. But I may want to just add one line here. What happens is when they strike back, so then you do not just stop back. It is a chain reaction. So you may do yet another
And it is for some sort of an escalation that the government wants the civilians prepared. But like you said, Pakistan is finished even before the war can begin. The war has ended. And perhaps it's exploding because of all the internal issues and crises that it is facing. Lieutenant General Rakesh Sharma, thank you very much for simplifying the process and for taking those questions. Thank you for your time.